Hey, folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Tuesday, January 7th. Pittsburgh Steelers will have their first practice of their wild card playoff week against the Baltimore Ravens at the Southside UPMC Rooney Sports Complex today. Aaron Becker will be there for Steelers Now. I'll be back here with more Steelers Afternoon Drive with me and Smitty. Today I want to talk about the Steelers' playoff chances. They are entering the postseason as the number 6 seed, which is not where anyone wanted to be when they started the season 10-3, but it is where they are. They'll go face the Baltimore Ravens, a very familiar opponent. I'm sure we'll talk more about the Ravens as we go through the week, but today I just want to talk about how 6 seeds have done in the new playoff format. Of course, we all remember, or those of us with a few gray beard hairs now, I guess, remember that 2005 run for the Pittsburgh Steelers where they went on the road as a wild card, winning all 3 games on the way to the Super Bowl. And, it's possible. Certainly has not happened a ton, but wildcard teams in the past did make the Super Bowl occasionally. Now that the entire league format has changed since 2020, almost everybody's a wildcard team, right? Everybody gets going in the first round. And I think that means 2 things happen, right? Is that this weekend has better teams in it. Used to be that 2 teams would get a bye, and now only 1 team gets a bye. And it also means, I think, that we got to change up our expectations for what each seed means and what being a wild card team means in terms of your ability to win the whole thing. So let's just look for now at the number 6 seed. So the playoff format changed in 2020, and there have been 8 games with 6 seeds that faced 3 seeds on the road, as the Steelers are this week. That's been the format for 4 years, so 8 games, 4 in each conference. And if you want some good news, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, those 6 seeds are 4-4 against the 3 seeds since the change of the format. You of course all remember the 6-seeded Cleveland Browns beating the Steelers in 2020. That year the Rams also went on the road to beat the Seahawks. In 2021, the San Francisco 49ers beat the Dallas Cowboys, and in 2022, the New York Giants beat the Minnesota Vikings. In 2021, the Patriots lost at the Buffalo Bills. In 2022, Baltimore lost at Cincinnati. In 23, both of the 6 seeds lost. The Rams lost at Detroit, and the Dolphins lost at Kansas City. Now, that's a lot better than I thought. I mean, I would have thought that the 6-3 matchup would have been a lot more heavily tilted toward the 3 seed, but a coin flip chance, I think Steelers fans would certainly take that. The odds makers are saying that their chances are much worse than that. 2020 also not a 6 seed, but the last time that a wild card team won the Super Bowl. That was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it happened just once since they changed the format for 3 wildcard teams, 3 division winners in the first round. So not great odds in terms of one of those 3 road teams in the first week doing what the Steelers did in 2005 and going all the way, although 1-4 is not the world's smallest sample size. When those 6 seeds have won, the 4 games that they've won, all 4 teams of those went on to play the number 1 seed, meaning that the other game, the 7 seed did not win in the same week as the 6 seed in any of those situations. That's the only way, if the Steelers win, they can avoid going to Kansas City and with a rematch of the Chiefs, because the way the NFL reseeds, the 6 seed, if the Steelers win, will play the highest seed that's left remaining as long as the 7 seed doesn't win. So the Denver Broncos are going to Buffalo to play the Bills. If the Broncos lose to the Bills, the Steelers would play the Chiefs if they win. Any other scenario, the Steelers play the Chiefs. The other game doesn't matter at all at that point. If the Broncos win, and then same thing, the other game doesn't matter. Both of those teams will be ahead of Pittsburgh. It's just that the Steelers will be playing the winner of the Texans-Chargers game instead of playing the Chiefs. So those are the only 2 options for the Steelers. They will either go to Kansas City or they will play the winner of the Texans-Chargers game. But as I said, all 4 times since the playoff format has changed, the 6th seed has won. They have gone on to face the number 1 seed. In those games on the road at the number 1 seed, they have won 1-4, which, again, better than I would have thought. The San Francisco 49ers were a 6th seed in 2021 after beating the Cowboys on the road. They went at number 1 Green Bay and defeated them before losing to the Rams in 2020. The Browns beat the Steelers and then got beat by the Chiefs Also, 2020, the Rams beat the Seahawks and got beat by the Packers. And in 2022, the Giants upset the Minnesota Vikings and then got beat by the Eagles. A number of those games, if you can recall, fairly lopsided. It was, the 6 versus 1, not a matchup that favors the 6 very often. That Giants game in Philly, I want to say it was like 38-7 or something like that. I very vividly remember the Browns put up a decent fight against the Chiefs that year after they beat the Steelers. But at the same time, the Rams got annihilated by the Packers in Lambeau. So, yeah, I mean, look, this adds up to the same thing that just by watching the Pittsburgh Steelers play over the last 4 weeks is that this team is a big Super Bowl long shot. But I think the 6 seed information says maybe this game isn't as hopelessly lost as we think. We'll get more into the matchup as we go through the week. That's all I got for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, enjoy.